One of Japan's most iconic manga publishers is taking a leap into gaming, forming Shueisha Games, so get ready to Naruto run to the front of the line.
And it's been a while since Activision Blizzard has been in the news, but guess what? They're back. We're going to talk all about their latest troubles right now on Gaming News Weekly. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Gaming News Weekly. We're the best weekly video game news show out there. Every single week, we're bringing you the latest news in the video game industry. All that sweet, juicy video game news that you need to know about. My name is E-Rock the Red. I am joined every week by this amazing gentleman. Full clip. What's going on, buddy? How you been?
Oh man, I'm glad to be back on Fruitlab. You know, we're finally back up and running. Just finished my first long form video since, you know, it's down for like 27 days or something like that.
Dude, it felt like forever.
Yeah, so very interested to see what happens with this new conversion to the crypto version of the pit.
Yeah, it's some big changes. Everything, it's all happening. I'm really excited to see what's going on. But yeah, I'm more than that. I'm just excited to, be able to go, watch some cool video clips, some game clips, and see what everybody's been up to. It's been, like you said, almost a full month, without the lab in our lives. So, during that month, you've been playing any games or anything like that? You've been doing anything cool lately?
It was pretty slow. I had so many things on the side to finish up that I didn't do much. I had envisioned redoing my intro, updating it because I got like Red Dead 2 and Battlefield 1 clips in there. Need to refresh that and update it. But I got like absolutely nothing done on the video front.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, I hear you. I mean, I've been doing like we've been doing this, putting this out every week and the First Steps podcast. But other than that, man, I've just been playing games. I've been playing a lot of games because I got the Game Pass still. I can't, the problem with Game Pass is there's too much. It's like Netflix, where you just go through and you just look at everything and then you don't play anything. So, what did I start? I've been playing Tunic, Death's Door, Ori and the Blind Forest. I played my first match of Halo multiplayer today. I surprised myself with how well I did. That was fun.
Nice.
I'll probably spend a little bit more time in there. So yeah, it's been really exciting, but it's overwhelming.
Now,
There's so much shit.
Was that your first Halo Infinite match or first Halo match ever?
That was, so I've played, I don't know what Halo I played. I remember being over at a friend's house before playing Halo. This is before I ever played any shooters or anything like that. And I was I was terrible at it. So, I mean, this is probably like the first Halo.
Oh, nice.
I played once. So it's been a while. Yeah. So this was the first time playing Halo Infinite, Halo, pretty much anything. And I got it. It's I get why. So I played that Splitgate a lot when that came out, and I get why people were saying that it's like a Halo clone, because it does play very similarly. So I think I was really good at that Splitgate game, so I used that to
There you go. Except the grenades actually work in this game. That's the difference.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're not just for
portal busting stuff.
Yeah, which is nice. I like throwing a grenade out there. But yeah, it was fun. I'm excited to go play some more. I saw they're already moving on to they announced season 2 of the Game Pass or Battle Pass or whatever coming out in May. So, maybe if I get good, I could get in there and start getting some cosmetic items and stuff.
Yeah, you gotta get those cat ears and flaming wings in there.
Exactly. I need the cat ears. All right. Enough about us. Let's talk about the thing that everybody's tuning in for. Let's talk about some video game news. First up, let's talk about our new releases from this past week. Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. Now, we've talked about it before. I'm not a huge Star Wars guy. I know you're you're more into Star Wars than I am, but you're not a diehard fanatic. But this game sounds awesome. So it came out the April 5th for PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox XS, Nintendo Switch, and PC. And it is, it's the Lego games that everybody knows and loves, but like perfected. Like, so this has all 9 of the Star Wars movies. You could pop in, start wherever you want within the whole, the whole thing. It's got over 400 characters that you could play and unlock, 1,000 optional objectives, and 45 story missions. It's huge. It sounds really cool. So it sounds like, so when you play one of the story missions, it then gives you the option to then go and play like the sandbox mode and go back and find all the secrets, unlock all the characters. But these are all places that everybody recognizes from, from the movies. So you're on Tatooine and you're on other Star Wars places.
Mandalore.
Yeah.
That's the only other one I know. This game, it's like, it's less a question of if you're a Star Wars fan, I think, as it is like, are you a Lego Games fan? Because they all have that sort of same backbone to them. And you could probably go into this knowing nothing about Star Wars, and you're just getting like a humorous, childish rendition of the story as you play through the entire game. And also vehicles are in there. I saw in one of the reviews and some gameplay footage, you're like in the Millennium Falcon, you're out there blasting asteroids, which seems pretty cool.
It does seem pretty cool. And bonus, you could play as Jar Jar Binks.
There you go. That's all we needed.
That's all.
Where was he in Smash Brothers?
All right, next up, MLB The Show 22 also came out April 5th for PS4, PS5, Xbox One, XS, Nintendo Switch. Now, this is the first time it's ever been on Nintendo Switch. Now, prior to last year's, this has been only a PlayStation title. Last year, it was the first year it came out on other platforms. It was on Xbox as part of Game Pass, and it's back on Xbox. Day one Game Pass game right here. So now this is baseball for any of you who don't know what the show is. And it's Major League Baseball. Right now, it's the only Major League Baseball game that's offered anymore. So there used to be like RBI baseball and another like Japanese baseball, but like this is it. So if you're a baseball fan, this is the game you're looking for, and it's getting great reviews. It's got tons of features. It's got a stadium builder. There's a new co-op mode, franchise mode, Diamond Dynasty mode, and it's got all new like announcers. Just like, it's packed full of stuff. It's the complete package. One downfall I've heard, though, it's got a few technical issues, bugs that prevent it from being like a masterpiece. So, are you a baseball fan?
I'm not an any of these sports games fan, really.
Yeah.
They all seem like it's another iteration year after year, and this one I believe is coming to Game Pass. Probably talk more on that later, but I've seen this idea that people are throwing out there that they're very, very happy about that, because it's not necessarily something they want to spend $60 on every year, but if they can get it with Game Pass, then they're all for it.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Right here, so it's out on Game Pass. I want to check it out. I like the idea of baseball. I enjoy occasionally watching baseball games. Lately, I've been... so opening day just happened a few days ago. I started betting on baseball games. This is exciting. So I figure maybe if I start playing the video game, I'll have an edge on, my gambling. And so I downloaded it. I downloaded it onto my system. I haven't checked it out yet. But absolutely, putting it on Game Pass is putting it in people's hands that I would never have bought it or downloaded it. So, I'm excited. I'll report back on if I get a home run.
Okay.
With Pujols. I just like saying Pujols. That's a baseball player.
Okay.
That's a baseball player. It's spelled Pujols.
Like, is that a new part of the dugout I wasn't aware of?
It's such a great name. All right, enough about that. Last up, let's talk about Slipstream. This came out April 7th for PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox S, X, and the Nintendo Switch. Now, this is a really dope-looking retro racing game. It's like late 80s, early 90s style in terms of like the graphics, the soundtrack, the design, everything about it just screams like retro. And it looks really cool. I haven't played it, but it looks like you're doing the drifting, and like if you get in an accident you could like rewind to a certain point, and the whole time it's got like these really retro graphics and this amazing soundtrack. This one is definitely going on the list. I knew nothing about this until I saw that you added it, and I was just like, wait a minute, what is this? It's only $10 to buy, and it looks fantastic. It looks really cool.
Yeah, it's got this like synth wave vibe to it that seems pretty interesting, and it reminds me of like the old games, like Pole Position, one of those games where you see like the back of the car, and you just kind of continue on that line, but updated for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right, that's it for our new releases from last week. Let's get right into our news of the week. It's been a while. It's been a while since Microsoft, Activision, Blizzard have been in the news, and now they are back in the news. Now, unfortunately, it's not great news. So we all know Activision, Blizzard is being acquired by Microsoft. And some people are having some issues with that. So they were being investigated by the FTC regarding the acquisition. Just not like anything, illegal or anything. This is just something that happens when these large mergers happen. But in addition to that, a group of 4 U.S. senators are very concerned with what this acquisition means. Let's talk about it. All right, in a letter to FTC Chairwoman Lena Khan, Senators Elizabeth Warren, Bernie Sanders, Cory Booker, and Sheldon Whitehouse have shared their concerns that the planned acquisition would undermine calls for accountability over alleged misconduct at Activision Blizzard. Now, we've talked about this misconduct many times before, and it all goes back to Bobby Kotick being the CEO at that time, continuing to be the CEO now during this acquisition. And one of the big concerns is that he's gonna stay there until 2023, and he's gonna make a buttload of money when he should be out on his ass for just being a crappy CEO. But basically, it's it's just another part of the Federal Trade Commission's investigation of this thing. Now, I don't know. What are your thoughts on this whole thing?
Yeah, it's interesting the way that this is developing, because when I first saw the headlines, I thought like, okay, they're concerned that it's going to be a monopoly or something. But yeah, like you said, that's not the concern. I mean, it's more about in this time before the deal goes all the way through, because Microsoft is buying Activision Blizzard in a certain state, and they kind of expect it to stay in that state. So even Bobby Kotick being the CEO, that's part of the deal. So even though he probably could have or should have stepped down before this happened, he's most likely in there till 2023. And there's also other efforts from workers to unionize, and also just calls for accountability over those past incidences. And these U.S. senators are saying that this is just kind of getting swept under the rug. Mm-hmm. And yeah, so I mean, I'm feeling like I'm standing with the workers on that one. 1,800 people came out and said that they thought Bobby Kotick needed to step down as CEO. And I don't know how many people actually work for all of Activision Blizzard, or if 1,800 is a lot, but that's a lot of people calling for you to step down.
Yeah, so, I mean, regarding that, so just recently there was one part, so there's many lawsuits happening. One of the lawsuits is from the U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, and that lawsuit between them and Activision Blizzard was settled for $18 million, and that one accused the the video game company of violating the civil rights of employees by subjecting them to sexual harassment, pregnancy discrimination, and retaliation. So that's one down. There's still the investigation by that California Board of employment, and then there's the shareholders of Activision Blizzard are also suing because of this going through. So yeah, there's a lot of troubles within this whole regime. Now, I mean, it makes sense. They're about to be the world's third largest video game maker, and it's pretty crazy when you think about that.
Yeah.
Also, it's pretty crazy that you've got these senators calling in, saying to investigate a video game company. Did you ever think that would happen? That's pretty crazy too. This world we're living in.
No. Other than loot boxes, they need to heads on pikes over that kind of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know that this is anything that's going to throw this acquisition off or delay it or anything like that.
No.
If anything, this almost seems like it's more to draw attention to what the workers are trying to get out there, that
Exactly.
they do feel like what they're going through is being swept under the rug.
Yeah. All four of those senators, especially Bernie Sanders, are very pro-union, pro-workers' rights. So, yeah, this is definitely a way to get, like you said, not get it swept under the rug. Now, one part of that, recently, a good thing happened regarding that. So, game testers within the Activision Blizzard have been given what is it? Full-time positions. Yeah. So that that's pretty cool to see. Yeah, so Activision Blizzard is giving 1,000 game testers full-time jobs and pay bumps. So we got a little bit of good guy Activision Blizzard coming back here. But the funny thing is, so now, if you haven't been following Raven, which is a subsidiary of the company. They're part of Activision Studio. They work on the Call of Duty series. Their game testers were trying to unionize. They wanted to be made full-time. They wanted a raise. And the funny thing is, I mean, not funny, haha, but funny, ironic. The Activision decided to give 1,100 temporary game testers full-time positions and pay raises. This does not extend to the Raven people, and as they say, specifically because they're in this litigation with them trying to unionize, that they can't extend this to them. So it's man, just when you think Activision Blizzard is going to be doing something good, it's it's crazy that the people that are working hard, that are fighting for this, are the ones that aren't getting it.
Yeah.
So that's pretty crazy, but good to the 1,100 temporary workers that are able to get these full-time jobs, benefits, pay raise, because they're working hard, they're doing it. So, but it's just Activision Blizzard, they can't do they just can't do anything all the way, it seems.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. I'm sure we'll have more news about Microsoft, Activision Blizzard in the future, but that's it for right now. But let's talk about Microsoft a little bit more. Let's talk about April's Game Pass games. They announced the first wave of the Game Pass games, and this is what we can expect to see in the first half of April. So MLB The Show 22, we talked about it. It's available now, along with Cricket 22. Which are you going to play that? That's the question. You get in there, swing your...
Sounds like the one sport I do care about.
I knew it. That is also available now. Dragon Age 2 is available on the cloud. Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare, available via cloud. Star Wars Squadrons on the cloud. All three of those are through the EA Play service. Chinatown Detective Agency is available cloud, console, and PC. And then coming April 12th, Life is Strange True Colors, cloud, console, PC. Panzer Corps 2 coming PC. The Dungeon of Nahulbuk coming to PC. And then Lost in Random is coming to cloud, console, and PC April 14th. So, any of those games you're excited for?
I checked out the last two because, first of all, I didn't even know how to say that one. But the Lost in Random, it really stood out, and it seems kind of cool. It's like this Tim Burton-esque Tiny Tina's Wonderland, I guess. So it's like you're a character on a D&D board, and you've got all this mythical, fantastical thing going on, and it's got this dark atmosphere like a Tim Burton movie, has some nods to that kind of thing. I think I will check that one out.
That's one of the only ones I didn't look at on this list. So, oh man, that sounds awesome. Yeah, I was checking out the Chinatown Detective Agency because that's been getting a little buzz. That looks interesting. It's kind of like retro. You got to solve these crimes using clues and figuring stuff out. And then Life is Strange. I've played the first series of that, and I never played True Color, so I'm excited to get in there. That's great storytelling. That's just basically, your whatever, your visual novel type thing that you play. Yeah. So yeah, some good titles, and then MLB The Show. We talked about it. I'm gonna report back on how many home runs I get. All right, let's talk about a brand new Tomb Raider game was announced. So, Unreal had their State of Unreal showcase where they talked about the newly released Unreal Engine 5 and some of the games that are going to be using that engine. One of them, Crystal Dynamics Tomb Raider, was announced that at some point there will be a high quality cinematic action adventure experience, and it's looking to push the envelope of fidelity. So I watched some of this showcase, and dude, we are in for a treat. This Unreal Engine looks ridiculous, man. I can't believe the quality of graphics that it's churning out, man.
Oh yeah, everything that's come out of it so far looks great.
Yeah. So if you're into that sort of stuff, definitely go check out. It was about a half-hour showcase where they talked about a few certain games that are going to be using a few of the developers that are using it. I know CD Projekt Red we recently talked about, and it's definitely a really cool thing to check out if you're into like graphics and fidelity as far as video games go. But as far as I am concerned, Tomb Raider, baby, I'm excited for the return to that. Did you play any of the Crystal Dynamics, the Tomb Raider games from the reboot a few years back?
I played one, probably the first one that came out on like the Xbox One.
Yeah, those are good games in the reboot. They I liked them. Just they told a great story, and the gameplay, the controls, I thought were awesome.
Yeah,
I mean, way better than OG Tomb Raider, where it was like, it's very very different.
2 polygons per boob on that one, I think.
Classic polygon boobs. All right, another old favorite is coming back. Max Payne is coming back. Were you a Max Payne fan?
Played a little bit of it, on the original Xbox.
I never played Max Payne, and then I tried watching the movie with Mark Wahlberg, and that made me never want to play Max Payne ever in my entire life.
That was not the golden era of video game movies.
No, it was absolutely not. So Remedy and Rockstar are going to be teaming up again to be remaking Max Payne and Max Payne 2. This it's going to be for PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S. Remedy will handle the development while Rockstar will finance the project. So, that's typically how Remedy works on their AAA games. They they team up with other people. But it's really cool. They're going to be using the Northlight game engine. That's the same engine used to develop Control and Alan Wake 2. So really cool game engine there. I'm excited to see how it's used in correlation with Max Payne. Now, Max Payne, that was like one of the first to introduce bullet time, right?
Yeah.
That's so. I'm excited to see what that looks like.
It had slowdowns and dives to the side that you could do, which really set it apart from most of the other games out there.
Yeah. I'm excited to see how that looks with the new the Northlight game engine. So that'll be cool. That's really exciting. A few quotes from the people behind the scenes. Rockstar founder Sam Houser says, "We are thrilled when our longtime friends at Remedy approached us about remaking the original Max Payne games. We are massive fans of the work the Remedy team has created over the years, and we can't wait to play these new versions." And then Remedy CEO Tiro Virtala added, "Max Payne has always held a special place in the hearts of everyone at Remedy, and we know the millions of fans worldwide feel the same." He added that the team is excited to bring the story, action, and atmosphere of the original Max Payne games back to players in new ways. So, really excited for that. Control was one of my favorite games to come out like 2 years ago. Platinumed that game on the PlayStation, and eager for more in line with that. And I think Max Payne could be. And I think if they're remaking these games, I've never played them, so they're going to be entirely new to me.
Yeah. Well, I hope they do it justice and we don't end up with Rockstar's last reboot project.
Yeah,
the GTA trilogy. Oh.
Yeah. With this, I mean, I'm confident with Remedy at the helm and Rockstar just, funding it. Mm-hmm. I think we're good. All right, next up, let's talk about manga publisher Shueisha jumping into the game market. How do you say this? You said it great during the intro.
Oh, I have to see it to read it. Shueisha.
It rolls right off the tongue. Yeah, so this is a very popular manga creator, producer, making video games. Now, I'm not a big manga guy or anime or anything like that, really, but I know people are excited for this because there's a lot of they have a lot of control over a lot of the most popular titles in manga. Yeah, so it was announced that they will be starting to develop and release games for consoles, PC, smart devices, and then also involved with developing and selling board games in line with some of the titles that they have. Now, they have some of the most iconic manga titles: One Piece, Naruto, Bleach, Hunter x Hunter, Fist of the North Star, Slam Dunk, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Dragon Ball. All those have been adapted into anime as well as video games, and now they're going to be doing it on a bigger scale. So
yeah, and I think one of the big things there is that they're going to have sort of more collaboration with their in-house manga artists and editors. So you might see it's going to look like the manga maybe on screen while you're playing your game, and the pop-ups and dialogue.
Yeah, that'll be cool. I know right now they're starting on with some games on some smart devices with plans to have, they're working on a ton of stuff for, consoles and PC. So, I'm sure if you're a fan of manga, you're excited. And you should be excited. You get those little when they sweat, the little squirties that come out of their head.
Oh, God.
And their eyes go like this.
There you go.
We'll put a cool anime face over mine when I did that. Remember that. Put a note in post. Mm-hmm. Next up, let's talk Epic. Epic and Lego are talking metaverse, baby. Everyone's talking metaverse.
Yeah, this is going to be like the weekly metaverse news podcast.
Exactly, metaverse moment here on Gaming News Weekly. So first of all, we should probably figure out what metaverse means.
Yeah, that'd be a start.
That's a good way to start it. But this one, it seems like, again, it's just an idea. They don't know what metaverse means, but they do know they want to work together. Epic and Lego, two of the biggest names in entertainment, coming together to create a virtual space aimed at kids. So they said, "We are excited to come together to build a space in the metaverse that's fun, entertaining, and made for kids and families." They don't really say what that space is going to be. Just that, they're working together. Now, I'm assuming with the popularity of things like Minecraft and Roblox that you take Epic, you put Legos in there, and you have this dope sandbox Lego builder. That's a printing money right there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it'll be interesting. And a lot of people are saying well, what's the point if Minecraft and Roblox are already so huge and basically do whatever they could hope to do with the Lego and Epic metaverse. And I think that the main focus was like kid-proofing it. Mm-hmm. And I really don't know. It seems like a bit of an oxymoron to have a metaverse where are these kids going to be able to talk to each other? Like, is this going to be the Nintendo version of online communication? Because that doesn't seem like a very open and free metaverse. But in part of protecting kids, you have to protect them from each other because they are like toxic a lot of the times.
Yes. And it's, I mean, like Roblox was that for a while, and then, not as safe anymore as it once was for these kids. But, I definitely think, and on top of that, like the amount, I don't know, like how the franchising and the publishing rights work for Lego as far as like, all the IPs that Lego has worked with, like if they would add those into their metaverse, you got the, like we talked about Lego Star Wars early on. Can you include that into this this metaverse that they're creating, Oh
yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see. Like you got, Fortnite and Lego building, teaming up, especially since they just, I don't know if you play Fortnite, but I was reading they just removed building from that game. Were you aware of this?
There's like a part of a mode in the game or something.
Yeah,
no build mode.
Now it's made permanent, so you could just go in there and just play regular style, which I probably won't do, but I'm more apt to do that than go to the regular one where I see, like, I have no idea how that works. There's just walls popping up everywhere. I sound like I'm
a little too much.
A 50-year-old man here. I'm sounding like an old man, but these kids these days and these walls and they're shooting.
Yeah, they know what they're doing. They've got it down to a science.
It's crazy.
And so after this deal, I'm sort of wondering if the next like big avatar in Fortnite is going to be like a Lego man. And I kind of like the idea. Gigantic yellow Lego man.
Yeah, that would be fun. Or Avatar. You said Avatar.
Oh, yeah.
When's Avatar coming to Fortnite?
The Last Airbender or the blue guy?
Oh, the blue guy, of course. I mean, it's the
Yeah.
only Avatar that there is, right?
I think they're making like an Avatar 2 coming out soon.
It is. It's been in the works for a long time, and it'll be interesting to see what the market is for these blue guys still.
That'll definitely be in Fortnite when it comes out, I'm sure.
Oh, without a doubt, yeah. You get like one of those horses that you put your ponytail inside their tail. It's a whole weird thing. I don't get it. All right, enough about that. That's it for our news for this week. Thank you so much for checking out this week's Gaming News Weekly. We're not doing a content creator this week. We're gonna do one next week. We're bringing it back. Content Creator of the Week is coming back next week. We're waiting for things to just kind of settle and chill out now that Fruitlab is back. See, who are the best content creators on the site. If you think you are one of the best content creators on the site, shoot us a DM. We'll check out your stuff. We'll feature you on the show as our content creator of the week. So, let us know, and we'll let you know. You got anything else to add this week?
No, I think we've covered it all.
Absolutely. All right. My name is Erock the Red. You can follow me on Fruitlab. He is Full Clip. Go check out his page on Fruitlab. Gaming News Weekly, also on Fruitlab. Follow us there. If you're not on Fruitlab, you can watch this show also on YouTube at Pop Culture Playground. You could listen to this show at anywhere you can get podcasts around the world. Any podcast server, just put in GNW. Bam, we're popping up, and we're like this. Hey. There's not really a picture of us doing that, but just, envision it. Hey. All right. Are you still doing Twitch?
A little bit, yeah. I've been building Gundam on there lately.
Ooh, I want to watch that. FullClip_FL on Twitch. Go watch him build some Gundam. Do you do it shirtless? That's the question.
Not yet. I'm not in there. Yeah, I gotta point it. From like down from above. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm not intentionally in there. I hope I'm not in there.
All right. So you could be shirtless, right?
Yes.
Let's just let the
imagine me shirtless
run wild. Okay.
Doing perfect. That face just shirtless.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching this show again. We will see you next week with more Gaming News Weekly.